That was terrible.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Monday.
All right, give me music. Give me music. This is going to be the greatest Overreaction Monday ever, not just because training camps are opening up across the National Football League. As we are doing this Overreaction Monday, it is the first Overreaction Monday that is administered by Chris Brockman, calling in from a bathroom in Livermore, California. That's a first. Chris, you have the floor. Go for it.
Hey, guys. How's it going? Everybody great?
Hey, Chris. What's up, man?
Even from a Livermore bathroom, that's how he starts it. Very good. Tradition unlike any other. Very good.
Well, as we were driving up to Northern California, there was a lot of train tracks from the old West days, and I noticed one of them has the word Lions written on the side, because that hype train is out of control right now in the D, and I'm going to say too much hype this season is going to weigh down the Lions.
No.
They're going to miss the playoffs altogether.
No way are they missing the playoffs altogether,
Rich,
Chris.
the weight of the hype is just going to bear everybody down. You already see some stuff going on. I see C.J. Gardner, Trusty Gardner, whatever his name is.
He
got hurt today, right?
Yeah. He
That's
did. He
just
got
the first domino, Rich. First domino. Lions going to Lion, miss the playoffs. Sorry, Jeff in Detroit.
Well, I mean, the Lions are saying, despite C.J. Gardner-Johnson being carted off the field, that they hope he's going to, they believe he's avoided serious injury. So let's just place that aside. Did you not listen to Aiden Hutchinson when he called in the other day? Like, come on. Like, that kid is a winner who feels it and knows it's on him to execute it. And I think the coach is absolutely selling that stuff that's being bought. Their offense is terrific. No way. Not only are they making the playoffs, they win this division and they're hosting a playoff game. Ooh. I am not going to bite on this cheese, Chris. I say that is an overreaction. Overreaction.
Oh.
Well, I mean, seriously. No, take a look at it, too. I mean, you think the NFC West is hot garbage anyway. So, and the NFC South, what are they going to get, 2 teams from there? And the NFC East, I don't know if they're going to send 3 again. So even if you think the Vikings come through or the Packers come through, the Lions will make it as a wild card. They're too damn talented.
All right. Point Eisen. I can see.
Appreciate it. All right, what's next?
All right, you know what? Guys, I had the Do Not Disturb yesterday for the birthday. Wanted to focus on the round. Did I mention I shot at 87, 81 on the second 18? I was on fire.
Did say something about that.
But I did see that X videos was trending, and that made me think of Jimmy G. I was like, whoa, what's going on? Finally healthy. Jimmy G's back in Raiders camp tomorrow. Raiders, number 2 team, AFC West playoff. Book it.
I'm gonna tell you, just from last year's scars still healing, I'm gonna call that an overreaction. I'd love to go in with Jimmy G right now, that he's going to be there, and Devontae Adams will be just as good, and Josh Jacobs is going to just shake off being pissed off. Yeah. Shake off being pissed off, correct? And that our friend the Condor, Max Crosby, and the rest of that defense is going to actually perform better than the Chargers and the Broncos, vastly improved just by last year not being the case anymore, one thinks. So that's an overreaction. You're 2 for 2 on my front.
By the way, I have a nickname for Jimmy G this year.
What is that?
I told Chris and Mike.
What do you got?
Jimmy G's new nickname is officially the Chicken Hawk.
Okay.
Based upon these places in Vegas he's been invited to.
Do me a favor, when Looney Tunes fan Amy Trask is here in the studio with Susie in a couple of Fridays, don't bring that up.
Don't bring up Chicken Hawk?
No. Oh, no, you can bring up the Chicken Hawk, but only if you're referring to the Looney Tunes character.
Yes.
Don't, because she'll ask you to fill her in on the rest, and I don't think that's going to go very well. Don't do it.
Do you like the nickname? Is all I'm
and
saying.
hi. Okay, what else you got over there, Chris?
All right, guys, look, a team that we're continually not talking about, and I'm going to keep talking about them because I think they're going to be pretty good this year. The Cleveland Browns, okay? Deshaun Watson is talking. I know a lot's been said about him in the last 2 years, obviously for good reason. But I think Deshaun Watson's going to ball out. I think 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns. He is going to shock everybody this year. Browns playoff, book it.
I don't think that's an overreaction terribly. I don't know. I know it's a big one. 4,000 yards is possible, I guess. I mean, what, Amari Cooper would have to have like 1,400 of them. You know, do me a favor,
Nick
Reed.
Chubb out of the backfield. We got some tight end situations. We got Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Do me a favor, TJ. Look up their depth chart at wide receiver, and
Yes, sir.
that's a large number. 35 touchdowns is also a large number. That's the overreaction. The Browns having a good year because Watson shows he's still Deshaun Watson. I'm going to buy that, but I think the 4,035 or more touchdowns might be the overreaction. What do you got over there, TJ?
The aforementioned Donovan Peoples-Jones, Elijah Moore, your former Jet,
right.
Amari Cooper, brother Marquise Goodwin, Cedric Tillman.
Is that kid from Purdue on that list too? Bell, is he on there too?
Yeah, David Bell. He's second, right behind DPJ on the.
Too, man.
And then of course you got David Njoku, who's a beast.
4,000 yards is a lot. Can I split the take and say the bounce back playoff season is not an overreaction, but the 4,035 or more touchdowns is? Can I parse it out like that, Chris? Is there like a Livermore bathroom rule? That we can...
Only because I'm not there, I'll let you slide.
Okay, very good.
However, Rich Eisen, our last NFL one before we switch music, Mike Del Tufo,
nice.
I will say, I know you're going to like this one. I know you saw that video bouncing around Jets Twitter yesterday. Garrett Wilson, left side, drag, back end zone, Rodgers, rolling, hits him, touchdown. I know you saw that, right?
Yes.
Rodgers to Wilson. Top quarterback, wide receiver, touchdown duo this year. Look it.
He might be too close to this one, Chris.
Rich, last year, Mahomes to Kelsey was the number one, maybe not wide receiver, but pass catching quarterback, pass catcher, touchdown duo. They had 12. You don't think Rodgers to Wilson can get you 12 scores?
Was that the leading? That's the leading?
That was it?
That was it in the NFL? Huh.
Yeah, Devontae Adams had 14 touchdowns, but I don't think all of them were from Derek Carr.
Okay. Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, a baker's dozen touchdowns will be the one to better it. But they don't have to better it. They just got to get 12.
You have a few talented receivers on your team too.
I know that.
Cut into that.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
But just seeing Rodgers tell Garrett, just show him and like practice 3. Get over. Just stay looking at me. I got you. I'll put it in a spot where only you can get it.
That pass was insane, Chris. He's rolling to the right like Montana, looking for Dwight Clark. Double pump.
I still got to say it's an overreaction. I still just got to say it. I mean, we until I see it once or twice, I can't just sit here and go, oh, absolutely, you know. And I'm not just saying that because I didn't get one of those new white jerseys that I saw Greeny put on today. By the way, I haven't put on a piece of gear that they've sent.
You should.
Well, because they haven't sent anything.
Wait, what?
But
they haven't sent you anything?
No, I'll call that an overreaction just because I don't want to take this cheese. I can't. You don't think that Allen's going to feed Diggs to the point where they
had 11 last year. Allen to Diggs had 11.
I know, and then that's what I'm saying.
A.J. Brown had 11 from Jalen Hurts.
Come on. Dak and CeeDee Lamb's going to be a big connection, right, TJ?
I mean, they're going to...
Gino and DK?
They're going to eat, too.
I'll push back. I'll call it an overreaction just because I can't.
Rich and Chris, let's not forget the guys in Cincy. They're going to
my God.
have a couple scores their way, too.
Jets.
Do you really believe this, or you're just putting me in a position, Chris?
Rich, it's Monday, and I want you to feel good about the rest of your week.
I will ask you again. You said the words book it. Are you just throwing it out there, or you're trying to put me in the position of turning myself into a 54-year-old cheerleader? What are you doing? I need to know. What are your intentions? You must declare.
I got to say, that video was pretty impressive.
It was pretty... All right, what else, Mike? You have to change music. By the way, he heard you too, Chris. He's paying attention. It's great.
Attaboy, Mikey. On your game on a Monday. Hey, we did these for some what's more likely, but I'm just going to make them definitive statements today. Damian Lillard is going to play more games for the Blazers this year than any other team. Getting traded.
Wouldn't you think? Well, not getting traded, but I still think that's going to be something done right before the season.
So he'll start
I'll push back. And maybe he gets traded by the deadline, but the deadline is already more than half the season in.
Yeah, so he would technically.
I'll say this, Chris. I'll push back, say that's an overreaction, and I'll say he's either traded right before the season, and that means that he will play more. Damn it! I'll say he's traded right before the season, so I'll push back.
Ooh.
But you're saying we're going to see we're going to see him playing for the Blazers in the in-season tournament? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Chris? We're going to see him?
Yes.
All right.
How about this? Dame, your first ever in-season tournament MVP. What?
I don't know. I think Scoot will take too many shots to prevent that from happening. What else?
All right, last one. I got baseball on the brain because I knocked the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum off my checklist. I've been to 17 stadiums now. Guys, I figured out why they can't afford to pay any of their players. They spent all the money on the fireworks display. Greatest fireworks display I've ever seen in my life after the game on Saturday up here in Oakland.
He's right.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
All 2,000 of us there were going nuts. But did you see what Ohtani did yesterday? Last home game in front of the Angels faithful before the trade deadline. Oh, that's right. He had another home run. But I'm going to say Ohtani staying put, not traded, and he's going to get 6-0 this season.
That's not an overreaction. I mean, it's not an overreaction. So, yep.
He's so good.
Honestly, how is that an overreaction? They should have traded him last year if they're going to trade him at all. Unless somebody totally overpays and throws an insane amount of prospects at the Angels in hopes that they'll sign Ohtani and go on some sort of a run that they believe puts them over the top, then the Angels aren't going to get any for him. And the Angels are in Detroit, and then they're in Toronto, and then they're in Atlanta. They're in Atlanta on trade deadline day. Chris. So I'll agree that it's more likely that he stays put and he hits 60 home runs. That is not an overreaction at all.
Yeah, they're 2 games over 500. I mean, they're still in the mix, so there's no reason to deal them at this point.
All right, Chris, good job. Appreciate you taking time out of your not so busy schedule to be here for us. Greatly appreciate it. But
I just need to figure out how to get out of the bathroom now.
So you were in Oakland. You watched an actual A's game that actually happened. You did
an actual A's game. We were just outside the third base dugout, and it was beautiful night in Oakland. And like I said, the greatest fireworks display I've ever seen.
And because I'm not going to see you for a bit. How did your burger draft go for last week? How did that work out, Chris?
Burger draft was phenomenal, and I think you would actually be happy. I had the first overall pick. Random draw, not because we were celebrating me, but I had the first overall pick. I made my selection, first overall. I took what I ordered, and my second half of the burger I ordered came all the way back to me in the snake draft with the last pick. So I ate what I ordered. You would be happy.
Well, whereas the rest of your affair bitching and moaning about how you're never going to get the first overall pick again because you got it, and complaining about it in the same way you've been bitching and moaning about me in our fantasy basketball league. Is anybody complaining?
I don't think those two are the same.
Yes, they are. They are absolutely the same. It's correct. Okay.
But everyone had a great time. You were missed. You were missed.
No, I wasn't, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Best to everybody. Enjoy the rest of your time
guys.
off. Okay.
I'll see you next week.
Thank you very much. It's Brockman, everybody. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.